Hello everyone, I am Shadashara and welcome to Sada Learning Hub. We are going to learn the most important Java interview questions. These Java interview questions have been designed especially to get you to acquainted with the nature of questions you may encounter during the interview for the subject of Java programming language. As per my experience, good interviewer hardly plan to ask any particular questions during the interview. Normally, questions starts with some basic concepts of the subject and later they continue based on further discussions and what you answer. Now, I'm going to discuss about the first question is what is the most important features of Java? Java is a platform independent language. Platform independent means that we can write and compile a Java code in one platform and can execute that class in any other supported platforms. For example, Linux, Solaris, etc. Now, these are the 11 most important features in Java programming language. The first one is simple, small, and familiar. Java is a simple and small language. The syntax of Java is just like C++, so it is very easy to learn. It is a simple because it does not use header files and eliminates the use of pointers. Operator overloading and visual base classes are eliminated. The next feature is object oriented. Java is a pure object oriented. Everything in Java is a object. All programs and data resides inside the objects and classes. The next feature is distributed. Java has a networks facilities. So Java can create applications on networks. The next feature is robust. Java gives an importance to a memory management by using the technique called garbage collection and exception handling. The next one is secure. Since Java is used on internet, security is an important issue. A security code is asked before a Java code is interpreted on internet. The next one is platform independent. Java compiler generates a platform independent code called bytecode. Next, portable. The bytecode generated by a Java can be used in on any mission. So it can be portable. Next, compiled and interpreted. Generally, computer languages are either compiled or interpreted, but Java combines both compiler and interpreter. The next feature is high performance. The use of bytecode makes the performance high. The speed is also high with comparing C and C++. The next one is multi-threading and interactive. Multi-threading means handling more than one job at a time. Java supports multi-threading. The next and last feature is dynamic and extensible. Java is a dynamic language, so it is capable of linking dynamic new classes, methods, and objects. Java supports functions written in a C and C++ also. These functions are called native methods. During runtime, native methods can be linked dynamically. Next, I'm going to discuss about what do you mean by platform independence. Platform independence means we can write our Java code in any platform. Means it may be a Windows JVM, it may be a Linux JVM, and it may be a Mac JVM. But it can be executable in any platforms like Windows systems, Linux systems, Mac systems. Java platform independence means write once and run anywhere. We can write in any platform and run in any system. The next question is Differences between static and a dynamic class loading. Before going to the discussion differences, I'm going to discuss about what is the static and the dynamic class loading in Java. Static class loading. Static class loading means creating an object and instances using a new keyword is known as static class loading. The retrieval of a class definition and instantiation of an object is done at compile time. And next, dynamic class loading. Dynamic class loading, loading classes use class.forename method. Dynamic class loading is done when the name of the class is not known at compile time. Here, the static class loading is achieved by using creating an object of a class, and coming to the dynamic class loading by using class.forename. Whenever you are executing the class.forename method, it loads the automatically by using a dynamic time. The next question is, what is the use of bin and lib folder in JDK? Whenever we are installing the Java in our system, the installation folder consisting of a bin and lib folders. Now, what is the use of that? Bin in a Java development kit. Bin stands for binary, which contains all the binary files which are used by the JDK during the program compilation. Bin contains all tools such as Java-C, Applet Viewer, AWT tools, etc. Whereas lib contains API and data types, variables, and arrays. I can show you where the lib and bin and what are the tools available in bin and lib. I'm installing the Java in my system. This is Java. This is JDK. If you're coming to the bin contains all the tools available. Java C. See here, this is the Java C. The Java C is used to compile our Java code. Java. This is used to execute our Java program. Means bin contains binary files which is used by JDK during our compilation of our code. And coming to the lib contains all the jars and the APIs. Next, I'm going to discuss about what is an JIT and its use. JIT means just in time compiler. Let's look closely at more optimization done by JIT. Inline method. Instead of calling methods on any instance of the object, it copies the methods to caller code. The hot method should be located as close to the caller as possible to prevent any overhead. And it eliminates the lock in monitor. It is not reachable from other threads. Replace interface with a direct method calls for method implemented only once to eliminate calling the virtual functions overhead. Join adjust the synchronized blocks on the same object. Eliminate the dead codes. Drop the memory write for non-volatile variables. Remove the pre-checking null pointer exceptions and index out of bounds exceptions. When the Java virtual machine invokes a Java method, it uses an invoker method as specified in the method block of the loaded class object. The Java virtual machines has a several invoker methods. For example, a different invoker is used if a method is synchronized or if it is a negative method. The JIT compiler uses its own invoker. Sun production releases check the methods access a bit for a value access mission compiled to notify the interpreter that the code for this method has already been compiled and stored in a loaded classes. Just in time compiler compiles the method block into the native code for this method and stores that the code block for that method. Once the code has been compiled, the acknowledgement machine compiled bit which is used for the Sun platforms it sets. The JIT is used for just a very fast compilations. It's a pretty much as a non-pass compiler. It's a no offline computations. So you can't look at the whole methods. This is the JIT. Next, I'm going to discuss about what is the JVM. Here, JVM is the Java Virtual Machine. If you see this diagram, JVM architecture, it's consisting of a security manager and garbage collector and constants pool and also a virtual machine class loaders and execution engine. Java virtual machine is used to combination of all these components. Next, the Java virtual machine is an abstraction layer between a Java application and underlying platforms. As the name implies, the Java acts as a virtual machine or a processor. To the bytecode compressing the program, they are communicating with the physical machine. However, they are actually interacting with the JVM. JVM allows a Java portability to execute within the platform and the hardware independent applications. It's a big part of a write once, run anywhere philosophy. The JVM is actually part of a Java runtime environment. It is the JRE that enables the Java bytecode to run on any platform. Bytecode, which are interpreted by the JVM, simply calls classes found in the JRE when they need to perform actions they can't do by themselves. Some actions, like those are directed to underlying hardware or the operating systems, are performed by the JVM. Bytecode lack functionality by themselves and needs the JVM to do not many tasks for them. This pursue limitations is actually an advantage. First, it allows the Java program to be a very small compared to other executable programs. Second, the more importantly, it allows them to be a very portable since each JVM is a tailor made for the specific platforms. A Java program cannot run on it unless a appropriate JVM has been created for it and a JVM has been installed on it. The portability of a Java programs are therefore fully dependent on presence of specific JVM. Communication between an application and each underlying platforms can be a very sophisticated, but the JVM handles it well by providing a layer of an abstraction between the two. As such, developers do not need to aware of the intricate interfaces involved for each application platform page. Finally, JVM is a Java virtual machines. It is used to executing our Java code. Next, I'm going to discuss about our JVM platform independent. JVMs are not a platform independent. JVMs are a platform specific runtime implementations provided by the vendor. Next, question is what is the differences between JDK and JVM? JDK is the Java Development Kit and JVM is the Java Virtual Machine. Java Development Kit consists two parts. One part contains the utilities like JavaC, debugger, jar, which helps to compiling the source code into a bytecode and debug the programs. The other part of the JRE, which contains the utilities like Java, which help in the running and executing of the bytecode. If we want to write the program and run them, we need a JDK installed. Java compiler. Java compiler is a part of JDK. Java C is the executable or application which compiles the .java source files into a bytecode. Java C is included in the JDK. JRE. JRE means Java Runtime Environment, helps to running the programs. JRE consisting the JVM and a Java classes packages and the runtime libraries. If we do not want to write a program but only execute the program written by others, then JRE alone will be sufficient. Next, JVM. JVM is the Java Virtual Machine is an important part of the JRE, which is actually runs the programs. It uses a Java class libraries and the runtime libraries to execute those programs. Every operating system or a platform which have a different JVMs. Java executable. Java is a Java is the application which runs and executes a .class files and internally calls the JVM for running the program. JIT. JIT is a module inside the JVM which helps in compiling a certain part of a bytecode into the machine code for the higher performance. Note that only a certain part of a bytecode will be compiled to the machine code, the other part of usually interpreted and executed. Java is a distributed in two packages, JDK and JRE. When JDK is installed, it is also contains the JRE, JVM and JIT apart from a compiler, debug the tools. When JRE is installed, it contains a JVM and JIT and the class libraries. The two most important things we need to remember from the topic before we proceed further in Java C and Java. Java C helps in computing the program and Java helps to running the program. When the word Java compiler or a Java C is used, it refers to Java C. When the word JRE runtime environment, JVM virtual machine are used. Finally, JDK is a Java development kit. It includes the JRE and JVM. And JVM is the Java virtual machine. It is used to execute our Java files. The next question is, what is the pointer and does Java supports the pointers? A pointer is a variable whose values in the addresses of an another variables. Like any variable or constants, you must declare a pointer before you can work with it. No, Java doesn't support the pointers. Here, Java supports the pointers. No, Java doesn't support the pointers. This was an international decision by an creators of a Java. Before, most people would be agree that having a pointers creates a lot of potential for the bugs in the code. Pointers can be a quite confusing, especially to a new programmers, because arrays and the strings are provided as class types in Java. There is no need for the pointers to those constructors. By not allowing the pointers, Java provides an effectively providing another level of an abstraction to the programmer. Finally, Java doesn't support the pointers. What is the base class of all classes? The base class of all classes is an object class. An object class is a base class of all classes.
Thank you so much watching this video. Hope this lesson helpful to you. Keep watching our lessons. Keep writing to us. Do not forget subscribe our channel Sada Learning Hub because we have many sessions that would help you to develop our skills, and I will be back soon. Till then you take care. Bye bye.